It is now the 20th minutes in the hour, 8:20 a.m. This is Pink Shorts. Today's date is 28 November. Today's show is provided in support by Carpool.com. Need a ride to the airport? We can help on the 33 rollers. American Airlines, plan travel, travel information, and our new AA Advantage program from City Cards. Book flights. Check flight status at AmericanIsis.com and by Visa, celebrating the holidays with Visa perks. Plus, offers save on food, travel, shopping, and more. Only via Visa, the new title. Regions. Bank. Save and invest, borrow, and insure with Regions. The evolution of AmSouth Bank. Direct deposit is required. Direct energy weapons. We have a storm in the same employment. Today's show is also sponsored and provided support by Borealis, your friend, and by Heather Howard. JavaScripts. Don't miss out today. Save 25%. It's Cyber Monday. It's back with 25% off all online orders. Get shopping at Heather Howard JavaScripts. And try our new freshly brewed JavaScripts. It's brand new. Our Cafe Mistro Blonde Rose. Our new Clover brewed coffee. Our Coffee Travelers. Our Pike Place. And our Dark Roast. Only from Heather Howard JavaScripts. Call Ruby, your virtual receptionist. Answering calls is smart. Delighting callers is Ruby. And all they'll get is 4% and a recording from Paddock Chevrolet. Rhino Cord, powerful nasal congestion relief all day, all night. Grab your day by the nose. Now, original prescription strep, now over the counter from AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson. What about Marcus? Johnson & Johnson. Today's show is sponsored and provided support by Federal Student Aid from the Office of U.S. Department of Education, FAFSA.edu. It's the new by Visa title. Only from the U.S. Department of Education. Oh, we love education, Student aid. The debt building. I love the debt building. He loves the debt building. It's just student aid first. Well, that's not good. Yeah, it's not really good. How was your weekend, Fulton? It was all right. It was all right, I did the show with you, so it was the best weekend ever. Oh, that's amazing. Let's talk to Barack, see what he has to say. Yeah, hello. This is Fulton.
Is on January 21st, America's in the strongest position possible.
Hello, Barack. It's Skyka Princess.
There's an opportunity for the next president to
Trent.
build on that.
He's phone. He's Sprint
Our work
insurance.
has also helped to stabilize the global economy. And
You got
because
Sprint
there's
insurance.
one president at a time, I'll spend this week reinforcing America's support for the approaches that we've taken to promote the
Look,
economic
he's in the
growth and
back
global
seat.
security on a range of issues.
Dodie
I look
Lafayette.
forward to my first visit in Greece.
Lafayette in the back seat.
And in Germany, I'll visit with Chancellor Merkel.
Yeah,
who's
Lafayette.
probably been my closest international partner these past 8 years. I'll also signal our
We want to thank
solidarity
Google
with our
Voice
fellows
for
and
March
express
20.
our
March
support for a
20.
strong, integrated, and united
Grant
Union.
Elmwood in
It's
Buff
essential
State.
to our national security, and it's essential to global
Good morning,
stability.
Barack. How
That's
are
why
you?
the Transatlantic Alliance and the NATO alliance have endured for decades under Democratic and
Good
Republican
morning, Mr.
administrations.
President.
Finally, in Peru, I'll meet with the leaders of countries that have been the focus of our foreign policy
Good
throughout
morning.
the balance in the Asia Pacific. This is a time of great change in the world, but America's always been a pillar of strength and a beacon of hope to peoples around the globe. and that's what it must continue to be.
Verbatim
Finally,
software
on a
in
personal note,
process.
Michelle and I want to offer our deepest condolences to Gwen Eifel's family. And all
Deepest
of you
condolences. A moment of
for
silence.
passing. Gwen was a friend of ours.
We love
She
you,
was a
Twitter. We
distinguished
love you.
journalist. She always kept faith with the fundamental responsibilities of her profession.
We love your
asking tough
secrets.
questions,
Yeah, we love
holding
secrets.
people in power accountable, and defending a strong and
We
free
love it.
press that makes our democracy work.
Make our
I
democracy
always
work.
appreciated Gwen's reporting, even when I was at the receiving end of one of her tough
The receiving
and
end.
thorough interviews.
We've
Whether
got
she
the
reported from
control.
the convention floor or from the field, whether
Thank
she
you,
sat at the debate
Emeritus.
moderator's table or at the anchor's desk,
Emeritus.
she not only informed today's
Yeah,
citizens,
thank
but
you,
she also
Emeritus.
inspired tomorrow's journalists. She was an especially
Emeritus
powerful role model for
Walmart
young women and girls who admired
shoes.
her integrity, her tenacity, and her intellect, and for whom she
Emeritus
blazed a trail
Walmart
as
shoes.
one
Hello.
half of the first all-female anchor team on network news.
Yeah, I need a
So,
12 and a
did her
pair of
country great
shots.
service.
You know.
Michelle and I join her family and her colleagues and everybody else. who
Yes,
loved
I
her
would like
in
these
remembering her
in a
fondly
size
today.
12, please.
So with that, I'm going to take some
So
questions.
with that, we're going to
and
take some questions.
because
Thank you, Emeritus.
Sureness has
Yeah, thank you,
pulled around here, he
Emeritus.
just happened to put
Waffles.
at the top of the list,
Waffle
Willie
shoe
Nelson
man.
of the Wall
Thank
Street
you.
Journal. My understanding is
Thank you,
this
Emeritus.
is wrapping up your stint here, and you're going to Kansas
Wrapping
City.
up.
Josh just happens to be from Kansas City, so I didn't know if there was any
Kansas City.
coincidence there, but we wish you the very best of luck in your new endeavors.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm the governor.
On your final foreign trip, what will you say to other world leaders about your successor? They have expressed many of the same misgivings that you have about Donald Trump. Should they be worried about the future of U.S. foreign policy?
Twitter, we love you so much. We love you.
After a pretty shocking upset, what is your advice about where the party goes now and who should lead your party?
We love.
One of the great things
Merry
about
Christmas.
the United States is that
Happy
when it
holidays
comes to world affairs,
from Pink Shorts
the president obviously is
and Geico.
the leader of
The leader,
executive branch,
Chief,
the spokesperson for
the
the nation.
spokesperson,
But the influence and the work that we have
the influence
is the result.
is the result of
It is the result of countless interactions.
countless
and arrangements and
interactions
relationships between our military and other militaries
and
our
other
diplomats
militaries,
and other diplomats, and
Diplomats,
intelligence officers,
intelligence officers,
and, development workers.
development,
And there is
and
enormous continuity beneath the day-to-day news.
put on Verizon
that
here.
makes us an
Borealis.
indispensable nation when it comes to maintaining order and promoting prosperity around the world.
Hello,
That will continue.
Borealis.
In my conversation with the president-elect,
He
expressed
expressed
a great interest in maintaining our core strategic relationships. And so one of the messages I will be able to deliver is his commitment to NATO and the Transatlantic Alliance. I think that's one of the most important functions.
wow, this is so cool.
Is to let them know that there is no weakening of resolve when it comes to America's commitment to
Northern
a
Lights.
strong and robust NATO relationship, and a recognition that those alliances aren't just good
Was
for the
he
United
lying then?
They're good for the United
Absolutely
States,
not.
and they're vital for the world. With respect to the Democratic Party,
He doesn't lie. It's a bow.
as I said in the Rose Garden right after the
It's a
election,
friend
when
bow.
your team loses, everybody gets deflated. And,
Everyone look at
it's
what
hard,
we're looking at.
and it's challenging.
Give them the link.
And
Now I'm
so
posting the
I
link
think it's a healthy thing for
of
the
a friend
Democratic
Borealis.
to go through, some
This is our
reflection.
friend.
You know, I think it's important for me not to be
Looking at
in
Borealis.
that conversation.
Friend
We want
boy.
to see new
Yeah,
voices,
friend
new
boy.
ideas emerge. That's part of the reason why
Somebody's friend
having
boy.
some term limits are a really useful thing.
Yeah, really useful thing.
I think the Democrats should
That should have been FISA
not
court.
waver on our
Yeah, we
core
were talking about visa
beliefs and
court that
principles.
day.
The belief that we should have an economy that works for everyone, not just a few. The belief that America
The Borealis
at
is
its best is
mine.
inclusive and not exclusive. That we
The
insist on
Borealis is mine.
that God-given
Yeah, he's showing
potential
us.
and worth of
The
every
Borealis
child,
is mine.
regardless of race or gender or sexual orientation or
Mine.
whatever quote they were born in. That we are committed to
Visa court.
a world in
National
which we keep
Scarcity.
America safe, but we recognize that our power doesn't just
our
flow
power.
from our extraordinary military. It also
Emeritus,
flows from
hello.
the strength of our ideals and our principles.
Hello,
and our
Emeritus.
values. So there are going to be a core set of values.
Today's show is provided in support by Verizon. And before Uber Lyft, I can help you get to the airport. And today,
I think is something that
exclusively
we should
online,
spend some time
treat yourself to an iPhone C, only $5 a month.
I believe
After
we have
bill credit.
better ideas.
No trade-in required.
But I also
Only on
that
Verizon.
good ideas don't
Cyber
matter.
Monday
People
begins
don't hear
now.
them. And one of the issues that Democrats have to be clear on is
It's
that
after
given
bill credit
population distribution across the country,
across the country.
we have to compete everywhere.
We have to compete
We have
everywhere.
to show up everywhere.
Just show up
We have to work at a grassroots level.
at a
Something that's been
grassroots
a running
level
thread in my career.
in my career.
You know, I won Iowa not because
I won Iowa
the
because
demographics dictated that I
the
would
graphics
win
dictate.
Iowa. It was because I spent 87 days
We appreciate your
going
wonderful
every
work.
small town and
Thank you, Mr. President.
fair and fish fry and DFW hall.
Thank you for paving the
And there were
way
some counties where I might have
for
lost,
Generation X.
but maybe I lost by
Let's
20
have a
points
round of
instead
applause
50
for
points.
Generation X.
There's some counties maybe
Thank
I
you,
won
Mr.
that I
President,
didn't expect because people
for
had a
paving
chance
the
to
way.
see you, listen to you,
Yay!
who you stood for and who you were fighting.
Pave the way.
And the challenge for a national party is how do you dig in
This
there
is Anonymous.
and
This is Anonymous. I want to
create
say
those
thank
kinds
you
of
for paving
structures
the way.
so that people have a sense
This
of
is BHOJ. Thank you for paving
what
the
it is that you
way
stand
for the
for.
Generation X.
And
Thank you for Pink
that
Short.
increasingly is difficult to do just through a national press strategy.
The national.
It's increasingly difficult
It's
to do
increasingly
because
difficult.
of the splintering of the press. And so I think the discussions that have been taking place about how do you build more grassroots organizing, how do you build up state
Organize.
parties and local parties,
Thank you for paving the way for Generation X.
state rep races, and city council races, stronger outcomes in the future. And I'm optimistic that will happen. And for Democrats who are feeling
Yeah, anytime you need a ride, just let us know.
I've been trying to remind them.
Anytime.
Everybody remembers my Boston speech in 2004. They may not remember me showing up here in
Anytime.
2005 when John Kerry lost a close election. Tom Daschle,
Let's talk about Borealis. Yeah, Borealis.
Ken Salazar and I were the only two Democrats
It's a
that won
friend.
nationally. Republicans controlled the Senate and the House.
Today's show is provided in support by
2
Humana.
years later,
Now is the time to enroll in the
Democrats were
2017
winning that Congress, and 4 years
Medicare
later, I was
plan.
president of the United States.
Medicare,
Things
dental and vision,
change
group insurance,
pretty rapidly.
and Humana
But
Pharmacy.
they don't change inevitably.
Let
They change
Humana
because you work for it.
be your choice for your Medicare
Like I
plan.
said, democracy is supposed to be easy.
Visit humana.com.
And in a big country like this, it probably should be hard. Mark Noller. Thank you, sir. Good to see you.
And by Verizon,
Mr. President,
the future of
tell
health.
us about the learning curve on becoming president. Can you tell us how long it took you before you were
Hello,
fully
Caputano.
in
How are
the
you?
job, if that ever happens? And did you discuss this matter with President-elect Trump?
Caputano, hello.
About a week ago, I started feeling pretty
About a
good
week
about
ago, so it started pretty good. We lost our cell phone. Let's call Tunnel.
always
Lost the nigga.
continues.
Yeah, lost the nigga. Someone's in the car.
This is a remarkable job. It is like
It's
no
called
other job
Putano.
on earth. And
Princess.
it is a constant flow of information.
It's Princess. I'm lost the nigga.
That is truer now
That is
than
true.
it has ever been.
Ever been.
Partly because of the
Partly
nature of
because
information
of
and the interconnection.
the interconnection
Between regions of the world. You know, if you were president,
we want the Star Wars money.
The tragedy in Syria.
How much Star Wars money do we get?
Penetrate what the American people were thinking about on a day-to-day basis.
How much Star Wars money do we get?
A child in the aftermath of a bomb.
Yeah, me.
There was a time when, if you had a financial crisis in
how much
Southeast
Star
Asia
Wars money do we
it
get?
had no impact on our markets. Today it does. So the amount of information.
Today's show is provided support by Heather Howard JavaScript. Try our Chonga bagels, our egg grain rolls, our almond croissants, apple fritters, banana nut bread.
During the Bay of Pigs crisis.
Yeah, the crisis. We have a crisis. Oh, banana nut bread.
Imagine that.
Imagine that being cleared up.
I think it's fair to say that if
I love banana nut bread.
Under a current president, they got to figure out in about an hour what their response is.
Butter croissants.
So, these are the kinds of
butterfly cookies
that I shared with the president-elect. It was a
only from Heather Howard JavaScript.
Conversation. I hope it was. I tried to be as honest as I could about the things I think any president coming in needs to think about.
Needs to think about banana nut bread.
And probably the most important.
And probably the most important part.
That how you staff.
We want the Star Wars money.
Staff, your national security advisor, your White House counsel.
Star Wars. Rogue One.
You set up a process and a system to surface information, generate options for a president, understanding that ultimately the president's going to be the final decision maker. That's something that has to be attended to right away. I have been blessed by having.
Try our new eggnog steamer from Heather Howard.
The smartest, hardest working.
Oh, eggnog.
Good people in my administration.
Westwood. We have a right foot shop explaining our eggnog steamer.
As a consequence of that team.
That T
I've
is an
been
X.
able to make good decisions.
Explain that T is an X.
If you don't have that around you, then you'll get swamped. So
the T is an X.
I appreciated that advice.
We'll enjoy our delicious teas, our brew teas.
I've been encouraged by his statements
from Heather Howard JavaScript
about the need for unity.
Try our new chai eggnog latte.
And that how he staffs, the first steps he takes.
Our staff infection tea is only $2.99.
The reset that can happen after an election.
Oh, I want a staff
all
infection
those things
tea.
are important and should be thought about. And I think it's important.
Our tea
to give him
is excellent.
To do that.
Only from Heather Howard.
It takes time.
Oh, I want to. Their tea is so excellent. It is.
But I emphasize
they have excellent stuff.
In an election like this,
excellent.
Hotly contested and so divided.
Exo Verizon, hello.
Gestures,
CDMA, it's excellent.
He, reaches out to.
We have a back shop explaining excellent tea products from Heather Howard.
In their issues or concerns.
Their issues.
I think those are the kinds of things that can set a tone that will.
What's wrong with Heather JavaScript? Heather Howard.
Once he's actually taken office.
Are we sleepless?
How long did it take before you were at ease in the job? Well, I didn't really have time to worry about being at ease.
Oh, give us directions for Pete's sake.
So
give us directions, Tom Tom.
The good news is that
give us directions.
In some ways, my experience is atypical.
Sleepless.
It's hard to find an analogous situation.
It's hard to find directions, Tom Tom. Could someone help us find Heather Howard's?
In the midst of a free fall, financial system.
Tom
was
Toms, can you
locking
help
up.
us here?
The auto industry was about to go belly up. The housing market had entirely collapsed.
Freckle Princess needs directions to Heather Howard.
So, one of the advantages
Use your
that I
Tom
had was
Tom. I
I
don't
was
have
too
a
busy
Tom Tom. I have a
to
Gorman. Right,
worry
use it.
about
You need a
how
Tom
acclimated
Tom
I
to
was
get
feeling
there.
in the job.
Let
We
me
just
try
had to
this
make
Tom
crucial
Tom
decisions.
here.
In this situation,
In this
we're turning
situation,
over a country that has challenges, has problems, and obviously there are people out there who
I
are
offered
feeling
it.
deeply disaffected.
What was the
Otherwise,
problem?
we wouldn't have had the results that we had in the election. On the other hand,
It's
we
offered.
look at the basic indicators of
Take a
where the
lift
country is right
inside.
now. The unemployment rate
Take an Uber.
is as low as it's been in 8-9 years. Incomes
Take the
and
lift.
wages have both gone up over the last
Gone
year
up.
faster than they have
We offered a ride.
a decade or two. We got
Take the
historically low
lift.
uninsured rates. The financial
It's a
system
beautiful
unstable. The
view.
stock market is
Take the lift.
hovering around its all-time high, and 401ks have been restored. The housing market has recovered.
My co-pilot's
We
here.
have challenges internationally, but our most immediate
Take the
challenge
lift.
with respect to ISIL, we're seeing significant progress in Iraq.
I'm
And
working
Mosul
for the CDMA
is
people.
now increasingly
Yeah, he's working for CDMA.
being retaken.
People
by
are going to
Iraqi
think this
security
is a
forces
weird
supported by
story.
us. Our alliances are in
He's
strong
working
shape.
for the cellular companies.
The progress we've made with respect to carbon
Everybody
emissions
knows the cell
has
phones
been greater than
are the
any country on
NSA.
Earth. And gas is $2 a
Yeah,
gallon.
exactly.
So
So
he will have time
he,
and space
well, time and
to make
space.
judicious decisions.
Today's show is sponsored by Heather
The
Howard.
incoming
The
administration
Star Wars
doesn't
money
have to
is ours.
put out
George
huge number of
Lucas, we love
fighters.
your
They may
films.
want
We
to
do.
take the country
We love
in a
it.
significantly
We
different
love
direction.
George Lucas.
They've got
Brilliant man.
time to consider what exactly they want to achieve.
Civil Wars. We won the
That's a
Star
testament
Wars
to
money.
the tremendous work that my team's done over the last 8 years. I'm very proud of them for it.
Enjoy our eggnog.
Dina Jones.
Thank you, Mr. President. You said more than once that you
And
did not
enjoy our
believe that
eggnog
Donald
with
Trump was the
Nickelodeon.
elected president,
Yeah, Noggin
and that you
Network.
thought he was unfit for the office. Now that you've spent time with him,
Our
sitting down
teas
talking
are
to him for an hour and a
excellent
half,
with Verizon.
do you now think
Oh, it's
that President-elect
excellent.
Trump is qualified to be president? And if I can do a compound question,
It's excellent.
what is convicted,
Woodcellent.
sounding, and tone?
It's
What do you say
Woodcellent
to those
too.
Americans who may not doubt that there will be a people
Would you like to try our
that are
tea?
concerned
It's
about
excellent.
policies and sentiments either expressed by
Always
President
ask a
Trump's
friend,
supporters
would you
or
like to try our
Democrats,
excellent tea?
minorities, and
As
others.
Heather Howard.
Specifically, I'm talking about the announcement that Steve Bannon,
Would you like to
the
try
owner of the
our
so-called alt-right
excellent
movement, what many
tea?
call the white nationalist movement, is going to have a prominent role in the White House under
I would
President
love to
Trump
try
as
it.
chief strategist and senior advisor. What message does that send?
One eggnog coming up.
Athena, without copping out, I think it's fair to say that it would
Would
not
you like
be
to try our
appropriate
eggnog?
to comment on every appointment that the president-elect
Is it an
starts making.
embryo coffee? You got it. You quote
They
it.
might want to be consistent with the notion that we're going to try to
Ask a
facilitate
friend, would you like to try our
transition.
eggnog?
Look, the
Would
people
you
have
like?
spoken. Donald Trump will
Donald
be the
Trump
next president,
will be the next
appointed by the
president
president of the United States.
of the United States.
And it
And
will be up to him
it will be
set
up to
a
him.
team that he thinks will serve him well and reflect his
Woo!
policies. And those who
Those
didn't
who
vote for him
have to
that
recognize
that's how democracy works.
that's how our tea works.
This system operates.
Turn the tea counterclockwise.
I won, and there were a number of
It's
people
an
who
X.
didn't like me and didn't like what I stood for.
We love the White House.
And you know,
Would you like to try our eggnog?
whenever you got
From Heather Howard.
an incoming president of the other side, particularly
It's
in a
excellent.
election like this, it takes a while for people
It takes
to
9 months.
uh, reconcile themselves.
No, I mean, it
with
takes
that
9 minutes
reality.
for us to make.
Hopefully, it's a reminder
It takes
that
9 minutes
elections
for us to
matter
make the eggnog.
and voting counts.
It's fresh.
And so, uh,
9
I don't know
minutes.
how many
That's all we
times we
need
have
is
to
9
relearn this lesson
minutes.
because we ended up having
Our embryo's already
43%
made.
of the country not voting who were eligible to vote. But it makes a difference.
Try our frappuccinos and
given that
chestnut
President
praline and peppermint mocha and caramel
Yes.
brulee.
now trying to balance what he said in the campaign.
Only from Heather
balancing
Howard,
it to supporters
JavaScript.
with working with those who disagreed with him, members of Congress,
Demetrius, hello.
reaching out to constituencies that didn't vote for him. I think it's important for us to
I think it's
let
important.
him make his decisions.
Demetrius,
And I think the American people will judge over
size
the course
12.
of the next couple of years whether they like what they see and whether these are the kinds of policies and this is the direction that they want to see the country going.
Hello, Demetrius.
And
Vernon
my
Merriweather
goal is to make sure that
of
when I hand off this White House,
this shoe house. Woo.
that it is in the best possible shape.
Thank you, shoe
I've
house.
been as helpful as I can to him in
The
going
Waffle
forward
House
and
is ours.
progress that we've made.
Thank you, your first waffle shoe.
And my advice, as I said to
The Waffle House is yours.
the president-elect when we had our
Really?
discussions,
You got it.
was that campaigning is different
Yeah.
from governing.
You're the Waffle
I
House.
think he recognizes that. I think he's sincere in wanting to be a
Woo.
successful president.
Demetrius.
And I don't think any president ever comes in saying to himself,
President never.
I want to figure out how to make people angry or alienate.
Thank you, Barack. I'm very excited to do today's show. I'm wearing Sabi from head to toe. Oh, look at his outfit. Nice.
Not only for the people who voted
I
for
did
him,
everything
but
you
for
wanted
the
me to
people
do.
at
You
large. And the
wanted
good thing is
a
that
ton
the
of
election's coming up,
best
so there's
audio
an
experience,
incentive
a love song,
for him to try to do
motivational
that.
speaker,
But,
richest man in America, universe,
you know, it's only been
Star Wars, we won,
6 days.
world, galaxy,
And I think it'd be
paint the
important for
short
him
way.
to, to have the
He's
room.
got it, Lenovo
to step
S7.
up,
Save me some.
to
Highest
figure out
paid
what
singer
his
in the
priorities are
world.
and
Tweet
be
us
able
via
to
earlier
distinguish
late
between what
at
he's
FRASH
campaigning on,
underscore
what's practical, what he can actually achieve.
achieve. We'll set that answer.
There's certain things that make for good
JORDANZ.
sound bites,
Let's
but
all
don't
spell
always
achieve.
translate into good policy.
AC. You got the rest.
And
Every 20 minutes of the hour.
that's something
Remember.
that he and his team, I think,
311.
will wrestle with in the same way.
All
that
to speak your screening
every
process of your new
president
president-elect. This message is played
I
in
did
all
say to him,
airports.
as I've said
The terror alert is 0.
publicly,
We're the only ones.
that
We're Borealis friends.
because of the nature of the
Yeah, we're
campaigns,
Borealis friends.
and the bitterness and ferocity of the campaign.
Remember, 311.
that it's
All
really
to speak your
important
screening
to try
process.
to
All
set
liquids
some
must be in the 3
signals,
I's. Fill
of
Ayala
unity
size container.
and to reach out to
Who's their
or
retainer?
women or others that were
Oh, you got Googer Burger. Yeah, Googer
concerned
Burger.
about the tenor
Bernard.
of the campaign. Um, and I think
And I
that's
think
something that
that's
he will
linked to Burger King. I don't know.
want to do. Um,
We're intercepting wire,
But
oral, and
this is all
electronic
happening real
communications. 2511 18
he's got
USC.
commitments to supporters that come together
MerriweatherA.Law,
and he's got to
advancing
back
clients with
themselves.
us. S1L5,
And,
America's first singing attorney.
Over
We made the law
weeks
sound
and
wonderful.
months,
We're advanced.
and years.
We're
My hope
AARP
is that
and
those impulses,
Verizon in the same
ultimately win out.
building.
But it's a little too early to start.
Yeah, we made
making
descriptions
judgments
in cell phones.
Visa qualifications, has that changed after meeting with him?
That's weird.
You know, I think that
Bro, ask the president why you were working there.
he successfully mobilized a big chunk of the country to vote
It's
for
a
him,
big chunk of
and he's gonna
advanced
win.
medicine.
He has won. He's going to be the next president.
Who doesn't have a cell phone?
And
We
regardless
spread
of
the
what
cell phones. Everyone has
experience
one.
or assumptions he brought to the
Everyone's
office,
got the bug.
this office has
Yeah,
a way
we
of
all
waking
got
up.
the bug.
And
Who
those
doesn't know what a cell phone is?
those aspects of
Who doesn't get the bug?
positions or predispositions
Who doesn't get the
that
jitterbug?
match up with reality,
Jitterbug.
find shaking up pretty
Jitterbug.
quick because
We've all got the
reality
jitterbug.
has a way of
You've got
asserting
it.
itself.
Who doesn't have a cell phone?
And some of his gifts that obviously
Everyone wants it.
allowed him to
It's perfect. Good idea. NSA, that was a
execute
wonderful
one of the
idea.
biggest political upsets
Yeah,
in
that was a
history.
good
Those are ones that
analogy,
he
you
will
know.
put to good use.
Who doesn't want a cell phone? Well, you've got Verizon and AALP.
You're off to Europe, which is facing some of the same populist pressures we see at work.
Right in the pharmacy.
We spoke at the UN.
Verizon support.
Integration and building walls.
No, we can't read that now.
People made last week, and is there still a chance for what you call the force
Witch in the sky. Code no more. We can assist you with your account right here. Please follow and DM for additional assistance. ELW Wells Fargo be settled. The boy knows about the
recognize that
Star Wars.
the world has shrunk?
Star Wars
That it's
against
interconnected.
who?
That you're not going to put that genie
Well.
back in the bottle.
Yeah, you got it.
The American people
It's our
recognize
frappuccinos.
that their careers or their kids' careers are going to have to be more dynamic. That they might not be working at a single plant for 30 years, but they might have to change careers. They might have to get more education,
Cyber Monday.
retooled or retrained. And I think the American people are game for that. They want to make sure
Cyber Monday.
and what that means
Let's
is
talk about
that
Borealis, our friend.
if
Boy.
you look at surveys around Americans' attitudes on trade,
Dr.
the majority of
Ear.
American people still support trade.
Don't they
But
say
they're concerned
ear and
about
real?
whether or not trade is fair.
Allison,
Whether
hello.
we've got the same access to other countries' markets as they have with us. Is there just a race to the bottom when it comes to wages? And so
Aurora
now,
Borealis.
I made an argument, thus far unsuccessfully, that
What
the trade deal
causes
gave organized TPP
Aurora Borealis?
exactly that it strengthened workers' rights.
What causes Grand Island tall,
leveled the playing
venti?
field, and as a consequence would be good
Got
for
it.
American workers, American businesses.
Well, Aurora
But that's
Borealis
a
are
complex
pink,
argument to make when
green, yellow, blue, violet,
jobs
and
being offshore.
occasionally orange and white.
So
Typically, when the particles collide with oxygen, yellow and green are produced. Interactions with nitrogen produce red, violet, and occasionally blue colors. The type of collision
message around
makes a difference to the colors that appear in the sky. Atomic nitrogen causes blue displays, while molecular nitrogen results in
those were
purple.
themes that
Aurora Borealis
as we now shift to governing,
and Byron
my
Court.
argument is that
That's the boy.
we do need to make sure that
We do need to
have a
know that we're
orderly,
friends.
lawful immigration process, but
We are friends, Mr.
if
Muscarilli.
it is orderly and lawful, immigration is good for our economy.
Is he not a friend of
It keeps this country young. It keeps it dynamic.
heating up the
We have
ionosphere?
entrepreneurs and strivers who come
Is
here
he a
and
friend of the
work.
ionosphere?
That's part of the reason why America historically has been successful. It's part of the reason why our economy
We've
is
been
stronger,
psychosis.
better positioned than
Diagnosed.
most of our other
We've been dismissed.
competitors, is because we got a younger population.
What's
More
wrong with
dynamic.
having a friend Borealis?
When it comes to trade, I think
We have a friend named Borealis.
when you're governing, it'll
You're
become
dismissed. You're
increasingly
crazy.
apparent that
I'm
if you were to just eliminate trade deals with
crazy.
Mexico, for example,
You got national security in the county
in the global
courtroom.
supply chain, the parts
Why can't
that are
county
allowing,
court process
auto plants that were about
national
to
security
shut down
questions?
to now employ double
You got it.
shifts is
We can't.
because they're bringing in some of those parts to assemble out of Mexico.
He's talking about his
And
friend
so it's not as
Borealis.
simple as it might have
in
seemed.
the ionosphere.
And you know, the key for us,
I just want to talk about my
when I say
friend.
us, I mean Americans, but I think particularly for progressives,
He's in my ear.
is to say,
What's wrong with a boy in my ear?
your concerns are real, your
At
anxieties are real.
Aliso and Byron Court.
Here's how we fix them.
Here's how we
Higher minimum
dismiss
wage.
that. We dismiss that with a
Stronger,
diagnosis of mental health,
uh,
and then we
worker
have to give
protection,
them
so
Social Security
workers have more leverage to get a
for
bigger piece of the pie.
$9.32 a month.
Stronger
Thank
financial
you, Aurora
regulations, not
Borealis
weaker ones.
in Grand Island.
Yes to trade, but trade that
Heather and
shows
Howard
that these other countries
JavaScript.
that trade with us
We have Tall and
are
Venti available.
engaging in child labor, for example.
Boy,
Being attentive to inequality
boy,
and not tone deaf to it,
boy.
but offering prescriptions that are actually going to help folks.
Hello,
in
Mr.
communities that
President.
feel
How are
forgotten.
you?
That's going to be our most important strategy.
Thank you for helping Generation
And,
X.
And I think we can successfully do that.
Thank you for paving the
People
way.
will still be looking to the United States. Our example
There's something that we have
still
that's
carry great weight.
excellent.
And it continues to be my strong
Exactly.
belief
We thank you
that
for paving the way.
the way we are going to make sure
The
that
way,
everybody feels
yes, the way.
a part of this global economy
Woo,
is
the
not by
way.
shutting ourselves off from each other, but rather by effectively. Weather ends.
All right.
President, even some of the harsh words
Hello, Martha Raddatz.
about Mr. Trump, calling him temperamentally unfit to be commander-in-chief.
Good morning, Pressful.
About President-elect Trump when you met with him in your office.
Make sure to try our Heather and Howard JavaScript.
Anything concerning
Our tea is
Trump
excellent.
results.
Turn the tea counterclockwise.
We had a very cordial.
We have an earshot.
And
School's concerned about our friend
that didn't
in the ear.
surprise me to some degree because I think that he is obviously a gregarious person.
We were
Somebody who,
dismissed. We knew it was national security in a county courtroom.
likes to mix it up.
They had to let us go.
To have a vigorous debate.
National security in county courtroom.
You know, what's clear is that he was able to tap into, yes, the anxieties, but also the enthusiasm of his.
Thank you, Generic Prescriptions and Heather Howard
in a
working
way
together.
That,
Yeah, it's Heather.
that was impressive.
Pharmaceuticals.
And I said so to him. Because I
Generic pharmaceuticals.
think to the extent that there were a lot
And
of
Star Wars. Diabetics.
folks who missed
Folks who missed their
Trump
medicine.
phenomenon, I think that
That is a
connection
link.
that he was
That
able
is a
to make
connection,
with his
yeah.
supporters, that was impervious to events that might have sunk another candidate.
Prescriptive.
That's powerful stuff.
That's powerful stuff.
I also think that he is coming to this office with
Thank you, Emetrius.
fewer set,
Emeritus.
hard and fast policy prescriptions.
Size
that
12.
Other presidents might be
Well,
around.
that does it for our show today. We
I
want to
don't
thank
think
everyone
he's
for tuning in.
ideological.
Thank you, Heather Howard,
He's
JavaScripts.
pragmatic in that way.
And thank you, Star
That can
Wars,
serve him well,
for settling.
as long as he's got good people around him and he has.
I think they have the question.
Do I have concerns?
The name. It's all in the name.
I've got concerns. You know, he and I differ.
Why is
on a
it
whole
that?
bunch of issues. But,
Because we're in the sky with Borealis.
you know, the federal government and our
Rogue
democracy,
One. Rogue
it's not
2.
a speedboat, it's an ocean liner.
Thank you, Heather
As I
JavaScripts,
discovered
Heather
when I
Howard.
got in office, it took a lot of really hard work for us to
Tell
make
them the name. We'll talk to you guys later.
policy changes.
So,
Even in our
then,
first 2
the
years when we
name.
had
Heather Howard,
larger majorities than
JavaScripts.
Mr. Trump will enjoy when he comes into office.
It's a civil war. Oh, boy.